Hello everybody and welcome to episode 124 of the Let's Play World. Last episode we built a guardian farm. Many episodes ago we cleared out the ocean monument, but we just hadn't ever done anything with it. And now we finally have a proper guardian farm with an AFK area up top. And I think it's going to serve our purposes just fine. And the tower and everything are actually pretty cool looking. Definitely looks a lot more interesting than it was before. So we left our base and we went up to the spawn chunks. We did a bunch of work over there and we refurbished our iron farm. And then we came over here to the ocean monument and we built a guardian farm. And today we're going to move up to the Mesa. The Mesa lies just across the ocean here and past the desert. So if we fly north, we'll eventually run into that. So out here in the desert, we have our desert outpost, and this is where I do all my sand mining and all of that. And then just over here is the Mesa, and this is where I do all of my mining of terracotta and whatnot. We have a really lousy looking bridge. And we have another really lousy looking bridge and a portal. And that's pretty much it. The only other thing I've done out here is I built a glass rainbow. So I'd like to clean this up a little bit. Maybe build a building to house the portal, a building where we can have our bed and kind of hide from the mobs at night. I think the other thing is I would like to make the path that goes out to where I've been mining a little more presentable. Right now it's pretty rudimentary, you know what I mean? Like not much to it. What I do is I kind of run over here and then I jump down here. I run over the top of this mesa. It's just, you know, not real official. It'd be nice to have something that was a little easier to get around. And this is where I've been getting all my terracotta. As you can see, it's kind of flat out here. So I don't know, maybe we'll tunnel through? Is that an option maybe? Or maybe we could build some nicer bridges? I don't know. I'll play with it a little bit and we'll see what we come up with. First thing on the list, we definitely need some buildings. So I think since we're out in the Mesa, I want to try something in a little bit of an Old West style. At least one big building, but maybe we'll do a couple of buildings and see how that goes. So here's a start of what I'm kind of thinking here. So again, Old West style. We'll have a little bit of a porch or a deck or something, and then a second story with a deck up there. I'll put some posts and some railing, and then a nice wide door. We might do some kind of like swinging door or something there. Right now it's just a facade, of course. Still got to do the sides and the back, but I think this is a pretty good start. We're getting closer. I swapped out some of the spruce for some dark oak, and I think that dark and light contrast looks really good together. I left some spruce accents just to make it look a little bit interesting. These window awnings and the lantern holders. It's looking real good. I got a top, sides, and back on it. And when we walk inside, we've got the portal, just kind of this big open space. And I have a little bit of an idea of something to do here. There we go. Looks really good. I definitely want to clean this up. I think I want to flatten it out and maybe turn some of it into dirt. Inside, cleaned it up a little bit here. Added a second floor, little bit of storage here. Staircase that goes up to a bed and a bit more storage. Then we can get to our little balcony up here as well. Yeah, that looks much better. Once the grass all grows in, I like that kind of ruddy, dingy grass color that you get in the Mesa. Looks real good. Still, it's kind of torn. You know, I was thinking about maybe I could do like a little building here, a little building there, but when you see it from way up high, it doesn't look like it really needs anything. I can kind of show you what I mean here. Come out here and then come kind of back at it. Like, there's not a ton of room up there. It's not going to be like a whole town or anything. I think I have a little bit of an idea here. I'm going to build a little kind of stall or little shed over here, and then kind of fence this in so it's a little bit of a secure area. And then if you have ideas for other things we could add, just put those in the comments, and we'll see if we can do some more with this in the future. Well, here we have it. Little shed next to our house. Across from the shed, we've got an official kind of gate that'll go out to the mesa. And then along this side, I just put some fence gates here in case I want to go out that way. And potentially we could build one more building here in the future. And I think that's all I'm going to do with this space right now. You know, like I was saying, out here, this leads to kind of a real simple path, and the path has these really simple stairs and a really simple bridge. But once we start mining stuff and we just kind of eat away at this, these things are going to be kind of temporary anyway. And so I don't know if I really care how sturdy or good looking these bridges are, because we're just going to mine all of this eventually anyway. If you've got ideas, let me know. But like I was saying, I mostly just wanted an outpost out here in the mesa, and I think we accomplished that. Now that we've got the Mesa Outpost all built, I think we just need to pack up our stuff, and then we'll head north up to the lodge. Part of me wants to go through the nether up to the lodge, but the other part of me just wants to fly so I can show you how close we are to where our new base is going to be. When we go through the nether, we walk by our Froglight farm, and we also walk by the portal that leads to the ancient city where we went in and we cleared out all of the shriekers. Let's try and fly up there. I've flown back from up there, but I've never flown to up there, so let's see how that goes. I know that we fly for a little bit past the mesa and the desert, and then eventually we're going to reach a forest. And it's a pretty stark line because it is where the old terrain and the new terrain kind of meet up. Here you can kind of see that line I'm talking about where we go from desert to the new terrain. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we fly up this little gorge here. This big forested valley. There's the mountains. There's the lodge. So this right behind us is where our new base is going to be. And I had mentioned I had some ideas. So my idea is, in the center of this big forest, I want to build a tower. And I want the tower to basically go all the way up to build limit. It's going to be pretty awesome. And surrounding the tower, I want there to be some different farms and things. And the farms will all kind of feed into the tower. So all of our storage will be inside the tower, and then these different farms around here will have systems to bring their items into the main tower. And the tower, I want to base a little bit off of a building I saw that was recently built in China. The company DJI that makes the drones and all that, they recently built a new headquarters in China. And their headquarters is 2 towers, and these towers are really cool looking. They're a central column that all of these kind of volumes or spaces are hanging off of, and it's just a neat look. Now, their tower is very, very modern, and I want to do something more kind of monstrous, where it's lots of stone and, kind of dark materials. So it feels much more kind of cyclopean or kind of out of this world. I think it's going to be a really cool build and sort of organic. It'll take some time, but I'm really, really excited to get started on it. So let's fly up to the lodge, we'll set our spawn up there, and we'll make some plans. The lodge we built several episodes ago, and I based this very loosely on the lodge from The Shining. If you've ever seen the movie The Shining, it takes place in a spooky lodge up on top of a mountain, and this carpet, I think, really captures the carpet from The Shining. I'm really, really proud of that. A really interesting space, very narrow, very tall. And what we're going to do in here is we're going to build a couple of little smaller spaces that also reflect rooms from the Shining movie. So this carpet is kind of what was throughout the hallways. There was also a room, I think it was 237, that was kind of like a forbidden room. There was the ballroom where a lot of the ghosts were and that sort of thing. And there was also a freezer. And so I think we can cram all of that into this space. I think that would be just a really fun and cool thing to do. And then we'll have kind of a base of operations from which we can start working on our new base. Man, there's lots of monsters out here. The last thing I want to share with you all is the results of the poll I did last week, where I'd asked you how long you thought the perfect and ideal episode length was. And overwhelmingly, more than half of you thought that 10 to 20 minutes was the right length. And I tend to agree. I feel like 10 to 20 minutes is a really good length of time where you don't have to like carve out space in your schedule, but you still feel like you're getting something out of it. I was really surprised how many people thought over 30 minutes was the ideal episode length. I mean, I can see that being pretty epic, but I'd probably need to quit my job to make episodes that long every week. Maybe someday, but I don't think we're quite there yet. So I will continue making episodes, shooting for that kind of 15-minute length, just so you all feel like you're getting something out of it, but I'm not eating up too much of your day. And I think that's where we're going to wrap this one up. Next episode, we're working on the lodge a little bit, and then after that, we're going to build that new base. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.